Thank you for staying with us. Now we're being joined by a political scientist, Boladale Adekoya, and he's here to give us another perspective on this issue. Thanks for joining us on the program today.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Of course. So let's look at political financing. Now that the Not Too Young to Run bill has at least, it has taken one step forward, left for the 24 houses of state houses of assembly to also pass the bill. But the issue of financing for young people who want to go into politics has been brought up. Do you think this will be a problem?
Yeah, well, I think first, I think it's commendable that now the age restriction in the constitution has been dropped, and a lot of young individuals in the country can now have the legal means to vie for political office. But when it comes to the finance, I think finance and politics is a global issue. It's not just peculiar to Nigeria. But I would not want us to use that shred of hiccups to water down the efficacy of this bill, because now the larger percentage of Nigerians who are the younger population now have the opportunity to get in the political process. It is not just about you making criticism online or now you have the opportunity to actually get involved, be part of it. You can vie for political. At least now you can be a governor at the age of 25. Now the issue of finance doesn't have to be the candidate; it has to be the political party. But if as a young individual be able to get a mass followership, get people to believe in your idea, the dream you want, I think it's basically about convincing people to vote for you. Finance is a very critical aspect of it. You cannot downplay that. However, I think we should first celebrate what we have presently. Finance has been part of politics for a very long time. People have been running it even with that obstacle, and it's been going on fast. I don't see it as a problem.
So, but some people have also raised the issue of godfatherism, that the old politicians who can no longer contest will now field their sons, their relatives, their associates. Do you think this will still will it water down the importance of the bill if it eventually passes?
The interesting thing about law is that it gives an equal opportunity to every individual. Either the old politician's sons or daughters, they are as well Nigerians, they reside in that state, so they have the opportunity to also vie for that position. You cannot benchmark a particular concern, a particular law to a set of individuals. If they want to vie, if they believe they have what it takes to vie, fine. They also they can vie as well. However, when people keep talking about godfatherism is an ancient doctrine that has been part of the political process for a very long time. Not just particularly in Nigeria or Africa, even around the world as well. We saw what happened in the United States. We saw the Clinton family also emerging a presidential candidate also with the Democratic Party. So it is part of the process, part of the democratic process. It might not be something that is ethically balanced. However, I think it's for every family, for every institution, there's always a need for a father figure, and that's what the doctrine for the godfatherism entails. However, it doesn't still justify the necessity for it. But I think the most important thing is for us not to start giving excuse this time around. Excuse of finance, of godfatherism. When you keep giving that excuse, initially it was the issue. I was on this program when it started like 4 years ago. Initially, it was on the issue of, give us opportunity. 18 years old, since we can decide who elects us. Let us decide. Let us be part of the process. Now we are part of the process. So we shouldn't give excuses.
Almost.
Almost. At least 25. Yeah. It's not what we want, but at least it's different from what we had. So I think to a large extent, we'll just be hopeful that 24 out of the 36 state house of assemblies across the country are going to accept this, which is two-thirds majority.
Exactly.
And it can become, and the president or the acting president will sign it to law, and it can become a law in this country that people can actually validate. I want to see young guys, young individuals, young ladies who are still fresh, who have still fresh ideas with fresh minds, can contest and win political office, and let's see what they can do.
So the issue of the not too young to run, but then how do you see that playing out? Because if it eventually passes, they're bringing back the constitutional year. I think they brought back everything 5 years back. But even in recent times, the age used to be 35 for 40 for president, 35 for governors, and thereabout. How many have we even produced in that capacity? Because that relatively is a young age. How many have youths produced in that age bracket? let alone now that it has even been reduced further. Did you think any difference will be made?
Now, I think people really miss the point when he's talking about the young, not too young to run bill. It is not based on let's have a reduced age gap because a lot of people in that age category wants to vie for office. No, let's give a sense of belonging to this set of individuals. If a country like Nigeria, where over 70% are within the age range of 18 to 35, so it is really important that you give a sense of belonging to these individuals. That you can vie. There is a constitutional provisions that allows you to vie. It is now left for you to make that position if you want to vie or not. So it is now what we're giving them is what the law is giving them now presently is you can vie, but do you have what it takes to vie? So that is a different ball game entirely. 35 is telling you have to be 35 before you vie. It's different from, oh, I'm 30, I have what it takes, I have the means, I know I can do the change. But I can't because I'm constrained by the law. But now you are no longer constrained by the law. If you believe you can do it, if you have what it takes, go for it. So that's a two different thing entirely. So to me, I believe what we should celebrate again is that now people have the means, they have the opportunity, they have the legal opportunity to do it. It's now left for them to make that decisions because then, at the end of the day, it boils down to their own capacity.
Are you going to go for it?
Well, today this 2019, this 2017 rather, 2019 is still a very long way.
Thank you for coming on the program, Bolanle Adekoya, political scientist. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back with the most viewed videos on our YouTube channel in the past week. Stay with us. This week's most viewed videos begins with the video of Mr. Stephen Onwamadike maintaining he has had no contact with his billionaire kidnapper son, Chukwudumeje Onwamadike, popularly known as Evans, after the latter dropped out of school.
So after that 2012, I didn't see him anymore. No contact, no telephone number, nothing. If he wants to call me sometime, he will hide the number and call me. Say, I call him. If you want to call me and hide your number, don't ever call me on phone again.
When I say Biafra order, then I'll keep pushing. Either I am alive, I die in the process, I won't stop. Allow me to
Up next is the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, speaking about the agitation for Biafra.
By the powers that be, where every ethnic nation, I said every, I don't care if there are 600, I don't care. Everyone is
all the 500 plus.
Everyone together to say this is all. Others can delegate, I don't know, powers to other people to attend on their behalf. Sit down to say what type of country do we want? Sit down, discuss, agree.
If the government had gone the way of Sheriff, I would have burned the PDP flag and the card.
In third place is Governor Ayodele Fayose of Ekiti State, saying he would have ripped his PDP membership card apart if the Supreme Court judgment on the chairmanship of the party didn't go the way it did.
To burn it off, because you can't live in the same house with a snake.
I really didn't know whether to laugh or to cry.
The video of former Aviation Minister Femi Fani-Kayode reacting to the judgment of the Supreme Court over the leadership crisis rocking the PDP takes the second spot. While in first is the Supreme Court judgment affirming the chairmanship of Senator Ahmed Makarfi as the authentic leader of the party. Well, there you go. Those were the most viewed videos on our YouTube channel. However, members of the House of Representatives disagreed with their Senate counterparts on 9 issues when they picked up key elements of the Constitution for amendment. These include 35% affirmative action for women as ministers, appointment of ministers from the FCT, change of names of some LG councils, citizenship and indigenship, removal of lawmaking power from executive arm on National Youth Service Corps, removal of lawmaking power from executive arm on National Security Agencies Act, removal of the lawmaking power form executive arm on National Complaints Commission, removal of lawmaking power from executive arm on Land Use Act, deletion of State Independent National Electoral Commission from the Constitution, one of these bills was either passed or rejected by one of the chambers of the National Assembly. Hopefully next time this exercise is taking place, there perhaps will be cohesion between both chambers, and that's where we wrap it up on the program today. But do remember, the conversation continues via the social media addresses showing on your screen. I'm Victor Matthias. Thank you for watching.